Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy? Sports and Fitness Rants. I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Got another great video for you guys today, as usual, man. You guys know the deal on this channel. We must continue to set the record straight. Stop the lies. Stop the narratives, man. That's what we must continue to do, man. Stop them from rewriting their history. We must hold these guys to the standard. And in this video, we're going to talk about this goofball, LeBron James, and how he wants his son to call him the GOAT. He actually said that his son can call him the GOAT on the court. Don't call him dad. This is what LeBron James said. Don't call me dad in the workplace. Don't call me dad on the court. Call me Bron or 2-3 or GOAT. And we're going to talk about this video, guys, because once again, this is LeBron James exposing himself as only caring about himself and once again being called the greatest of all time. LeBron James still believes he's still living in an alternate reality. He refuses to live in the reality of the real world. Refuses it, just like his fans. And we're going to talk about this video, man, because this dude is crazy. And I want to thank you guys, everyone across the world, everyone across the state. You guys know the deal, man. Much respect to everybody out there. Shout out to everybody in the membership. Thank you for all your continued support. I am truly humbled, guys, for real, by all support, guys. It means a lot. And you guys know what to do. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. So, yes, guys, like I said, man, I don't know if you guys have seen the comments or heard the comments from LeBron James. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before that I saw this. I believe it was yesterday that I saw these comments. And it just baffles me, you know, LeBron James. And these are the kinds of things that I'm talking about on this channel, guys, when we talk about LeBron James and the greatest of all time and LeBron James versus Michael Jordan. And I'm talking to you guys about setting the record straight on this channel, right? Stopping the lies and the narratives. LeBron James really believes he's the greatest of all time. He really believes these kinds of things, but deep down he knows that no one else believes this. That's the problem for LeBron James. You see, when we talk about Muhammad Ali, and I've told you guys in the past, Muhammad Ali calling himself the greatest of all time is not the same thing as LeBron James calling himself the greatest of all time. First, we must understand boxing is a different kind of sport than basketball, right? Boxing is an individual sport, right? It's a gladiator sport where you're physically trying to beat another man, another person, right? So it's a little bit different about how you have to feel about yourself, your skills going into a boxing match versus a basketball game, all right? So let's understand that off the jump. But when we talk about Muhammad Ali, talking about he's the greatest of all times, and he says these things, what he's saying is that he believes that he's the greatest. He believes that. And he's going to go out there and he's going to show it. That's Muhammad Ali. But at the same time, Muhammad Ali doesn't need the approval of the people. He doesn't need you to believe that he's the greatest of all times. He doesn't care what you believe. He believes it. LeBron James is the complete opposite. He thinks he's the greatest of all time. He might say he's the GOAT. But deep down inside, he needs the approval of everyone else to say the same thing because he knows deep down that no one else believes that, and the reasons why no one else believes that are valid. And LeBron James deep down knows he's not the greatest of all time because of those very reasons. So if we think about that and we understand that aspect of LeBron James and him calling himself the greatest of all time, and you have your son and you say, yeah, he can call me GOAT, you come off as, once again, ridiculous and sound like an idiot. And like I said, I don't know if LeBron James is trying to be funny when he makes these comments, but I don't think LeBron James is funny. Does anybody think LeBron James is funny? I don't think LeBron James has a funny personality to me. He doesn't have that personality. So if he's trying to be funny, it's not funny. And when you talk about your history and the way that people perceive you and the way that you carry yourself with no class, no honor, no integrity, you tweet things, you delete them. That's no integrity, right? LeBron James doesn't carry himself with those regards. So then when you make these kinds of comments about calling yourself the GOAT, and then we all think about you having your wife call you the GOAT on stage, what is going on here? LeBron James needs his entire family to believe he's the GOAT. Don't they already believe that? Why do you need to call you the GOAT on the court? It doesn't make any sense. He don't want to call him dad. He said he can call me Bron or 2-3 or GOAT. Listen, LeBron James, you are not 2-3. You are not that dude. There is only 1, 2, 3. There's one Michael Jordan. That's it. See, this is what we're talking about. LeBron James trying to erase Michael Jordan with the nonsense. You are not 2-3, LeBron James. You will never be 2-3. It's Michael Jordan who is 2-3. This is why people buy his sneakers, not your sneakers. This is why your son is wearing Michael Jordan sneakers, not your sneakers. But he wants him to call him the GOAT. Call me Bron or 2-3 or GOAT. It's insane. It's insane, guys. The level of narcissism from someone like LeBron James just openly out there. Wanting his son now. You already had your wife come out and embarrass herself. She didn't even respect you enough to say, hell no, I ain't calling you to go on stage and making myself look like a fool out here in front of all these people. She still went out there and did that. LeBron James, now he wants his son to call him the GOAT. And like I said, he says these things publicly, and you're not being funny. Like I said, if he's trying to be funny, it doesn't sound funny to me. He's not funny. You're not the greatest of all time. This is the disrespect that we're talking about. This is why you have a lot of these clowns out here now, disrespecting the past eras and saying these crazy things. Everyone's the greatest of all time now. No one has any respect for the other eras, for the other players that came before them, the pioneers, the guys that paved the way, the guys that were supposed to be passing the torch to these guys. They have no respect for these guys now. So LeBron James continues to call himself the greatest of all time. He'll walk around with goats at a party. He'll say all this stuff. He'll have his friend Rich Paul come out and talk about Michael Jordan's antlers are gold and LeBron James are platinum, not knowing what the hell he's talking about. It's LeBron James that says he can guard any position. I can lead the league in scoring if I want to every single year. These are the nonsensical things that LeBron James has said. He's activating playoff mode. This man's a cornball. He's all talk, man. He's fake as hell. And he hasn't carried himself with the honor, the class. That's a classless statement. Like, you're talking to these people, like whatever it was, a podcast or whatever he was talking to, this guy. And like, you're sitting there talking about, yeah, I don't want him to call me dad at the workplace. Okay, yeah. Okay, you don't want him to call you dad at the workplace, whatever. And then he says he could call me Bron or 2-3, or he called me GOAT. Like, come on, man. Like, stop it already. It's actually getting ridiculous. It's actually getting embarrassing. Isn't it? Like, you have no shame? Are you not embarrassed? Like, what does it take for this man to open his eyes to the reality that you're not the greatest of all time? Once again, and even if you think you are, why do you have to keep saying this? You sound ridiculous. I've never seen an all-time great player from any other sport just constantly tell themselves or say that they're the greatest. Continue to just pump themselves up. It's for years now. LeBron James is saying he's the greatest of all time. This is going on for like 10 years now. When he said after the 2016 NBA Finals that one made me, or he thought that he said that one made me the greatest of all time, that's almost 10 years ago. This man's been thinking he's the greatest of all time all these years, and he continues to pump out the lines and the narratives through the media, through all his fake fan club members, all this nonsense that they post on social media, online, with the ridiculousness. They continue to try to pump this image out with all this stuff to make you believe that LeBron James has been right behind Michael Jordan for all these years, and now he's past Michael Jordan now. Then Nick writes, or he's been past Michael Jordan. They can't give any evidence. There's no evidence to support this. That's why I say the LeBron James fan club channels, all these goofs out here on social media, they have no leg to stand on. There's no argument for LeBron James anywhere near Michael Jordan. There's no argument for it. All they want to talk about is total numbers. That doesn't hold up. That holds zero value in the overall value of the overall argument when a Michael Jordan versus LeBron James. They never want to talk about the video footage. They never want to talk about the on-court game where Michael Jordan is superior. They never want to talk about LeBron James flopping around. They have no explanation for these things. Why LeBron James walked off the court early? Why he's not a true competitor? Why he only plays 50 games, 60 games? Why he never played 82 games? But he spends millions on his body, he says. Why LeBron James still airballs free throws? He was never a good free throw shooter. Why he never developed the go-to move? Why he's inconsistent in the clutch? They never talk about these things. Why he's lost more than he's won. The bottom line. They don't want to talk about the bottom line. They run away from the facts. So, on their channels and the media, what do? They lie and they create narratives. And they do what? The what ifs. Oh, if LeBron James does this, if LeBron James had that, he had no help here. Who is he going against there? They make the excuses for LeBron James. And they make the excuses through the narratives. He didn't play on a super team. He was going against a super team. He ain't had no help. This guy had help. LeBron James carrying this dude. This guy was hurt. This guy didn't do anything. But they don't want to talk about LeBron James not playing in a system all those years, right? Forcing other players to adjust their games. But at the same time, wanting those very same players to be consistent in their roles, even though that's not their natural role. That's called not making a sacrifice. Once again, it's all about LeBron James. He must get all the shine. This goes to his 4-6 record. It goes to the bottom line. Like I was saying, the LeBron James fans never want to talk about the bottom line. Brian Windhorst, he won't talk about the bottom line. All he wants to do is make excuses about the bottom line, why it came out that way. Always an excuse. The facts remain. The video footage remains. It's LeBron James missing these shots at the end of these games. It's LeBron James not playing any defense out there on the basketball court, standing around, lollygagging, sashaying, not taking the challenge. It's LeBron James getting the free agents and the other guys to come to the team, the trades. At the same time, they're saying he doesn't have any help. It can't be both. It's LeBron James load managing, but then saying he spends millions on his body. All this stuff is LeBron James still missing free throws. It's LeBron James, like I said, still not developing a go-to move, being inconsistent. And then Brian Windhorst will come on TV and tell you, oh, LeBron James made the right play. Even though he threw a turnover, they'll say he made the right play trying to pass the ball. It doesn't make any sense. It's always another excuse for LeBron James, so he's always in a win-win situation. But in reality, when LeBron James talks about he's the greatest of all time and he makes these comments, oh, my son could call me the GOAT. You sound, once again, ridiculous, LeBron James. And I'm embarrassed for him and his fans. Like I said, you're not representing yourself well. You're not representing the game of basketball. You're not representing the history of the game of basketball, the plays that came before you, the things that they did, and the way that they carried themselves. They weren't going around every other week, every other day, calling themselves the greatest of all time. I tell you right now, these guys need to stop with this microphone. They need to get these guys off of these platforms. Stop getting these guys on your podcast or whatever they have, their shows, these interviewing these guys, man. These guys sound ridiculous. Like I said, everyone's the greatest of all time now. They can't just say they're great, or I believe I did this, or I'm up there with these guys. You know, I just want to be mentioned with these guys. It's always got to be, oh, I'm greater than that guy. You know, I'm the greatest of all time. I'm the greatest at this. I tell you, these guys are always saying how great they are. And LeBron James is one of the biggest players that's been doing this. And this is why, once again, he's emboldened the other people around him to say the same kinds of nonsensical things and discredit the other players that came before them that are actually, in fact, greater than he was. You're not the greatest of all time. Excuse me, guys. And most people know this. And that's the problem for LeBron James. He wants all of us to say he's the greatest of all time. He wants all of us to believe that. But there's no way you can believe that if you are honest with yourself, number one, if you hold yourself to any values, and if you watch the video footage. The video footage shows you everything that I talk about on this channel and the many reasons why LeBron James shouldn't be mentioned with those great players. He shouldn't be mentioned with those guys for those reasons. For these reasons. Saying that my son, yo, you call me the GOAT. Call you the GOAT on the court? Yo, GOAT, I'm open, pass me the ball. Yo, GOAT, why don't you go play some defense? That's what your son's going to be saying to you. That's what everyone's been saying to you. That's what we've been saying to you. When you going to play some defense, GOAT? When the GOAT going to play some D? When he going to show some hustle? When he going to play 82 games in a season? and show us those millions of dollars that he puts into his body at work. The cryo chambers and these ice tubs and all this stuff these guys do. The diets, right? The personal chefs, the whole entourage, all these people, all your yes men around you, all the luxuries that LeBron James has at his disposal versus guys in the past. Still can't play 82 games like Michael Jordan could. Still can't put in that kind of work on the court on both sides like Michael Jordan could. But they'll talk about his longevity. Man ain't won an MVP in his 30s, ain't made an all-defensive team in his 30s. That's not longevity, guys. What's that's called is you picking and choosing when to play games, right? Sitting out certain games, not playing defense to extend your career. That's all it is. Giving less effort to go longer. So this man's been playing at 75% for years. And we're supposed to be impressed with that? Giving all zero effort on the defensive end and then picking and choosing when you want to give effort on the defensive end just to chug up a bunch of shots out there and never take the blame and still get paid all this money. All the money. The highest paid player on the Lakers, but ain't playing no defense. Walking off the court early. Not playing all 82 games. Not taking any blame. Not maximizing the players around him. And now he got his son calling him the GOAT. He has his wife calling him the GOAT. Now he want his son to call him the GOAT. Like, this is not grown man behavior. For you to continue to pump yourself up by calling yourself the greatest of all time. Listen, no matter how much LeBron James wants to say he's the greatest of all time, no matter how much he wants us to believe it, it's not going to happen. He'll never be close to Michael Jordan, ever. Those are just the facts. And he'll never be close to many other players, guys. I told you, he'll never be in my top 10. There's no way in hell you can say he's top 5. He hasn't earned it. He's not worthy of it. And there's another classless move. There's no honor in this. Where's the honor in calling yourself the greatest of all time? The way that LeBron James does it. There's no honor in this. Let your little LeBron James fan club members, let these fools out here like Nick Wright, let all these other people out here expose themselves and call you the greatest of all time. Let these fools do it. The true basketball fans ain't doing it. And you shouldn't do it. Because you look stupid when you do this. It's an insecure thing for LeBron James to continue to do this. He's very insecure about his place in history. He wants to be the greatest of all time so bad. He wanted to erase Michael Jordan so bad. But he realized early on that it was a lot harder. Like I said, it was a lot easier said than done. And he ran from the grind. He ran away from that grind in 2010. He ran away from it. He understood Michael Jordan going through those Pistons. Hey, Michael Jordan made it seem like it was easy. It wasn't easy. You go back and watch the beatings the man took. He earned it. He earned it. But he did it with class. He did it with honor. He did it with heart, with grit, with toughness, with leadership. He went there with the skills. Right? He went there as a true competitor with that love of the game. And he battled and he earned it. Like I said, he earned it, Michael Jordan, the right way. LeBron James didn't want to earn it the right way. So you'll never be the greatest of all time. Ever. Ever. Man, I don't care what anybody say. There's no argument for LeBron James. Nothing. This man hasn't earned it. And for him to try to have his son call him the GOAT, like I said, you ain't being funny. You sound stupid. You sound ridiculous. Because there's once again another attempt for LeBron James to pump his chest out and try to make you believe that he's the greatest of all time. He needs that approval from other people. You want your son to call you the GOAT, really, man? That's corny. My goodness, man. You guys know the deal. These are the facts, guys. We must continue to hold these guys to a standard. This is what I'm saying. You can't get behind these guys. How do you get behind LeBron James, the LeBron James fans out there? How y'all get behind this dude? He wants his son to call him the GOAT. What excuses y'all gonna say now? Oh, he's just joking, man. He's not 2'3". LeBron James is not 2'3". You are not Michael Jordan. the chalk toss. You are not 2-3. You're not that dude, man. You'll never be 2-3. Anyone that sees the number 23, anyone, you immediately think Michael Jordan. People are called the Michael Jordan of. You heard Obama? There's a reason for it. Michael Jordan's the Michael Jordan of excellence. That's what he said. Ain't no one called the LeBron James of. The hell out of here. But he the GOAT. Think about how that sounds. LeBron James is not living in reality, just like his fans, just like the media members out there. This is why these guys sound ridiculous when you hear them speak. They're always contradicting themselves. They have zero integrity. They're eyeing for the money and the fame. LeBron James got his son calling him the GOAT, got his wife calling him the GOAT, everybody calling him the GOAT. Yo, man, y'all call me GOAT, man. Rich Paul, these guys got antlers. He don't know what he's doing. He don't know what animal he is. Bunch of freaking goofs, man. You guys know the deal, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one.